Hello and welcome to another ALTTPR daily race. Tonight we're going to be changing it up from the modes we've seen recently. We're actually going to be racing a open race. The featured runners are going to be Arshap, P-Train, Nitro 6003, and Scupula. We do have a total of 19 entrants tonight. I am Zethno, and I will be here with the third X. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, it's really tonight for me. I'm doing very great, and I hope we have an interesting 7-7 with different starts already, and we have actually two nice trackers. You want to mention them too?
Sure, tonight our trackers are going to be Arteril and Mad Ewok Herd. So it's actually right away, it's nice that we've got some divergence. We have been seeing a lot of standard starts because of the main 2021 tournament, whose qualifiers are going on right now, which will our standard hard pool. But it looks like three of our runners are going to go do Uncle first anyways, while Scupula is going to go do a hula hand glitch.
Yeah, and that's actually a nice hula.
So yeah, so for any new... oh, we found Lamp. That was fast.
Isn't that a vanilla lamp?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Is it?
I think yes. I think in the Zelda. No, is it? I'm not sure. Let's say it's mostly vanilla.
Either way, yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, that glitch does put Scupula in a room that is inaccessible any other way than by getting that glitch. It does get him a lot of money, so you can see the rupee difference between him and the other runners.
And we saw a map check with a green in Eastern, red in Desert, and blue crystal in Tower of Terror. And now we see mostly the forest. Two of our runners going like to the forest hut, checking the bush crab, which gives bombs, which is really nice because you're gonna need bombs. And did you see what was the thing?
I want to say it was powder. Or powder? Yeah, powder. I want to say I want to say it was powder. We're gonna get a second check on Scupula's side. Oh, it was a mushroom. I was debating. Tracker saying mushroom. Okay, it is mushroom. I wanted to say mushroom, and then I changed my mind. So it is a mushroom. It's the fake powder, okay?
Yeah. Now, well, you're gonna need one more thing for that. But let's concentrate on the thing. What was the tree pull, by the way? The first one?
I did not see it yet.
Okay, because I think it was bombs too. I'm not sure. So many runners have bombs, even those who didn't go for the bush crab.
Yeah, we got a lot of bombs so far, which is nice. You do need a number of bombs to clear up Kakariko. That sword is going to be helpful.
Yeah, we got a sword. Now we just need 100 rupees. We already got 40. If we pick up the 30 in here and the 20 in the other one, we got 90, and that's mostly all we need. Like nearly.
Yeah. It's we've got all our runners pretty much in the same place.
Yeah, except for Scupula, of course, who has more money. If you don't find any more money, then I believe you need 10 more, like you need to do anything twice to pay off the bottle vendor. And get rewarded badly, of course.
That shouldn't be too bad. And there's a big 20 in the first chest. So that solves their money problems for the time being. They will need money later in the race, but it's really not going to be
and even bombs
required for a while.
Oh, half magic. Flute?
And flute! Okay, so we have a flute, a lamp, half magic, and a sword. This is comfortable in some ways.
Scupula doesn't have a lamp, but if we find an early fire rod, that's not a problem, I believe. But the flute actually stand up to pay respect to the spec duck. The flute is actually very nice.
Yeah, we do have ether, which is potentially important later.
Yeah. Okay. The one thing you don't want to see is Quake. Um,
Well, right now, if we get either cape or another sword, we have Aga access.
oh, this was a very nice singer error. With you know that one, the chicken clip.
Yep.
Nitro did it very well.
So for any viewers who've been around with
Oh
us
god, fetch quest.
the last little while, the last few games that we've been seeing, a lot have been on hard pool. So the big difference here is our runners can actually get male upgrades and all 4 swords and silver arrows, which will be a nice break and change for them.
Yeah, it's actually a what was that in the lower left corner of Airship? Whatever. It's actually in just a normal open 7/7, so you can get every items. It's 100% item.
We will
But of
not
course,
be. Ooh. So Nitro is doing the race game without checking it, so he will probably pick up this heart piece. Arshep has decided to check it and is going to ignore it.
it's actually a full heart.
Yeah, that's heart container. Sorry.
It's small difference. I mean, if you don't see any hearts anytime soon, like the full heart is actually nice on 3 hearts, but as we see on Asia side, you already get 4 hearts, and 4 hearts is the magical, I would say, border. Now we saw a nice flute into the dam.
Ooh, glove.
With a glove?
Okay. Well, we are now halfway to Dark World access, so that's nice. Might make Aga a little less likely.
I don't believe in Aga. We got so many checks left with a lamp, even Eastern, like, you know, the dark room is available, and with a glove you can access the mountain, and yeah.
We can access the mountain with a flute as well. But either way, we really only need one item to get access to Aga. We also need one item to get access to Dark World. So the question is, which item will come up first?
You need the moon pearl for both too, and as you see, the old man, which was accessible by the lamp, it was made by P-Train just for a few bucks.
Yeah, I was
And
talking about getting
upgrade.
necessarily into Dark World. The Moon Pearl, just separately as well, we'll need at some point, one way or the other.
Here, one thing you don't want to see is the moon pearl on the ledge of
Yep.
the pyramid. And yeah, there's some blue mail on the desert palace, like on the desert ledge, and you don't want to see it there because, well, if you find a blue mail before, you're not gonna pick it up because it's a red mail, not that important. But if you don't, then you're gonna pick up. And there's a master sword.
There's Aga access.
Yeah, Aga SS, but you don't want to do Aga without a moon pearl.
Unless it's on that ledge.
Well, make an educated guess. What are the chances? What are the odds?
Yeah, of course our runners aren't going to do it early, but we do have that access now in the event that they need to do it.
Back of escape, not wielding anything nice. I believe there was a small key in there. I'm not very sure. I think it was. And now we see the other cave on Nitro's side. Did you see if there was a small key in the back of the escape?
No, I wasn't looking at that screen at the time.
I thought it was. There were like 10 arrows, something useless, and yeah, I believe there was a one key.
Okay, so I think everyone's now just following in each other's footsteps, checking a few things. We get Nitro going up the mountain. The big thing is that Scrupula does not yet have the lamp.
Well, it might be big yet, but imagine not being an Egger seed. And imagine being an Egger seed, then he just needs to go to Hyrule Castle one time. Spares a lot of time.
Yep, no, that'll definitely help, but we'll see how things go.
I'm a big fan of leaving the lamp behind. Okay, let's talk about the sprites, man. Maybe if you want to. Like, there's a link on the bottom left side, a link on the bottom right, top right side, and is it a goose on the left top side?
Yes, that would be the goose.
So, do you know the other sprite?
Not a clue.
You maybe chat might help. It's
Yeah, there's
always
a
nice to
conversation.
see. Sorry, it's always nice to see good sprites.
Totem link is what we're being told by our tracker Arterial.
It's what?
Totem link.
Okay. Okay, nothing inside Spectrocroc, it's just a full heart container. I believe we already saw that, but I missed it. And now we're gonna see what's on the higher island.
Yeah, and you know, you were saying we
Oh.
have so many locations left for not doing AGA. We're starting to run out.
Not yet. We got still the full Eastern Palace.
Yep. And then what?
We got still the full Eastern Palace.
yeah, that's exactly. Yes, we have Eastern, but then
And what we got else? Except Zastral, of course. We still got Zora, and you don't wanna
Zora.
do
Oh, Moon Pearl.
Oh no, a Moon Pearl. Now I get him full in logic and may wield our Darkwood access. At this point, I would do Aga. If I weren't Scoopaloo. Scoopala.
Actually, there's a good point being made in chat. I don't think anyone's actually cleared Escape itself yet, so we do still have Escape as a few checks as well.
Yeah, that's right. But not the back escape. Like 2 items already gone. I mean, isn't it 3 though? But anyway, already full access to Egger with Nitro. I can't understand why Nitro is going inside the fortress now, inside the castle.
Yeah, getting those checks. There's going to be a few items in there.
Yeah, he skipped Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern is a pendant, and we don't have a bow, so we can't finish it anyways. So clearing this out, if Nitro finds a bow or finds the progression to the Dark World, then Eastern isn't going to matter as much at the moment.
Yeah.
The only other thing I want to add that there is some conversation in chat that they do have some out of logic checks available because they can fake Flipper, especially with the Moon Pearl. They can now get into Waterfall Cave as well with that glitch.
There's a hammer on Sickit!
Well,
that's Egger is officially dead.
Well, hold on. Not necessarily.
Why?
It's Mushroom.
Whoa.
Mushroom could be a turn-in for a required item.
Mushroom Ice Rod, Monkas.
Yeah, Ice Rod. It could be a Cane of Samaria. Could be a Fire Rod.
We see.
Could be Flippers.
Anyway, I understand what Scooper is doing here. Like, how we call it? Scoopaloo? Scoopala? Doing Eastern as a pendant in a dip is nice. You don't need a bow for a pendant. Even with green pendant, if the green pendant is progress, no one's gonna do it. You can
That's
even dip
true.
it.
It's just different plays, right? Some of the other players may be banking on the fact that there are just as many checks in other locations. In Hyrule Castle, you're going to get about the same amount of checks anyways, even in the front, as you do in all of Eastern.
Okay, did you see the map check? There's a red pendant in Palace of Darkness and a red crystal in Swamp Palace. What was else?
I was watching Arshep and clearing out the back of Escape, so I'm not sure what the Dark World map check was.
Is this an Egger play from A Sharp? No, it's not. Okay, then what
I
was an unintentional death or something? I really like P-Train's playing, by the way. Very good. Like going to the hype cave at first, good thing. Now deciding for a pyramid route, maybe adding catfish to this. I'm pretty sure not going to Palace of Darkness pendant yet.
Pendant and yeah, it's well, Pendant Pod still have a lot of items in it. With
yeah, actually, when you got a
five
bottle,
items. With
yeah,
5 items, there's a lot to check.
Yeah, with a bottle glitch, you can access the right side.
Yeah, so our runners may end up there sooner than later at some point, but we'll see. Arrows on Pyramid Ledge, so no requirement there.
Yes.
We've got Scoopula up on the mountain.
I'm pretty sure Nitro is now going for Sick Kid and finds the hammer.
Nope.
No! Ah!
Nitro goes to Eastern.
He just found a bottle and picked and just selected the flute. Oh.
I see what he's thinking. He's thinking, or they're thinking, sorry, that there's 3 items in Eastern. I'll go there, but Sick Kid is just such a fast check that if you have your flute out and you're going to flute anyways, it's a good a check to make that's very quick. That is a intentional death on Arshab's side to get back to the front of the dungeon, because he does not still have mirror.
This time it is.
Yeah.
Or was it last time too? I'm not sure.
Yes,
I didn't watch it.
So.
Maybe it was a back of escape and I like
yes.
T-Cross like.
Oh!
Okay, now it's an Aga play.
Arshab is making the Aga play.
Yeah, of course.
He's not gonna like this when he realizes what's going on.
2 deaths, like 2 intentional. So both deaths were intentional. 2 intentional deaths means like you're doing Aga. I think this play is actually making sense. Who expects that one there on the? I mean, it's making sense. Like it's a valid guess.
Either way, we have P-Train now has hookshot, so he's off to a great start here. He's got the hammer before anybody else, good bit before anyone else. He's got the hookshot. Like he's got the ability to clear a lot of this world.
Was the hookshot on the catfish?
I believe so.
Did you?
And we got a bow. Oh my God! P-Train has a bow. Oh,
what the, but did you see that the mirror actually is in Eastern? And
yeah,
we need the mirror for Swamp Palace. I think that's something he's gonna miss a lot.
Oh yeah, he's not checking it for a while, but he'll go in there.
So it's definitely not over. There's a lot of going on here.
Well, it's with Rando, it's never over until it's over. You can be in the lead the entire time, and then that ice rod gets in that one location you never checked because you didn't think it would be there.
True story.
Meanwhile, we have Arshab still continuing the Aga climb. Nitro is doing their Eastern Palace clear, and Scoopula is doing Death Mountain checks.
Which is not bad. I think he's going for Torfera, while P-Train is checking Torfera too, and found and found out that the floating the island in the ground in the sky there is nothing. And oh, there's a block.
Yeah, dead rocks are not fun.
Dead rocks.
Dead rocks are the most annoying enemies in this game. Not the hardest, but definitely the most annoying.
You need powder.
And we have a third sword. P-Train is getting all of the items right now.
Yeah, and actually a third sword exactly at this enemy spares a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
So while A Sharp is going to finish off Aga 1 as it is expected from the game, usually in vanilla, the other players, well, let's say P-Train did found the other access, but the other players didn't yet. I hope Nitro does.
Yeah, so
No.
here's an interesting thing that just happened on the right side of the screen. Scupula was doing the Tower of Hera check, but because he does not have hookshot, he couldn't do the Hera pod.
Yeah, and he had no lamp to access the basement.
Yep, and without fire, he can't finish it. So he's going to have to leave while P-Train can finish this. P-Train has both the hookshot and the lamp.
I call that bad luck. Oh man. Okay,
And
so
there's
Tower
the
of Hera
Aga kill for Arshap.
and the first crystal for P-Train.
And we're getting that nice
Okay,
long map
there's
track
another
on Nitro's side.
pendant in Skullwoods. Okay, the trackers already marked it. Okay.
Oh yeah, we got great trackers who went back and figured that all out a while ago.
And I missed it.
And there is an item in Tower of Hera basement, so P-Train
Scupula.
skipped it.
Scupula found the hammer too. And now he's
Yep.
assessing at first in the village of Outcasts, not going for the hype cave first. Oh, again, Nitro had the dead rock on top of Hera, not even thinking about going in there, just getting here screen transition and then going in there. Those dead rocks are annoying today.
Today? Dead rocks are annoying every day.
2 times a runner blocking the entrance of Tower of Hera.
So we do have Arshap going over to grab the hook shot. He'll be very happy to find that.
But actually, he will be very unhappy when he finds out. I don't know when, but someday he will find out that Sick Kid has the hammer. And then...
Yeah.
I imagine a world getting broke. Falling apart.
Yeah. He's definitely not going to be happy with that, especially considering he has the flute. Stick Kid is such a fast check with the flute that it's unfortunate.
Oh no, Nitro!
Yep, taking a death in coffee break room. Unfortunately,
But with
nope,
yeah, but
has
with a fairy.
That's
I think
unfortunately that's the room you want to use a fairy in, though.
Yeah, better use a fairy here than need to restart the whole room. But I think he missed somehow the coffee break. I wasn't aware.
No, he just didn't set it up, I believe.
Okay.
So we do have P-Train. Oh, we do have P-Train in Skull Woods.
Nice.
Oh
no!
Speaking of deaths, Gibdos are another very.
I just forgot about the fairy in just like 5 seconds.
Gibdos are another very annoying enemy in this game.
Unless you have
they do a lot of damage.
a boomerang.
And they don't die.
Yeah, if you got a boomerang or a tempered sword, which you already got, then they are not that annoying, because you can either easily kill them or stun them.
Fire Rod would be nice too with the half magic, but they don't have Fire Rod yet.
Well, you don't want to kill them with a Fire Rod. Don't want to waste magic. Either stun with a boomerang, which most players don't know. Oh, there's an Ice Rod in T-Star. And we need this Ice Rod, but I don't think anyone's gonna miss it. But just saying, not an Ice Rod on the mushroom, huh?
Nope, but there's still plenty of things that Mushroom could lock, which would make the Aga play required. We just won't know for quite a while. Oh! That room! Arshap taking a death in the exact same room as P-Train. That room is
And
taking
he
out
doesn't have
our
a ferry.
runners today.
Yeah, well, he just has a Master Sword, so that's actually valid to die there. With a Tempered Sword, okay, it's actually... Well, I think he went greedy, just a bit greedy, then it's okay.
It happens. Gibdos are not a
Yeah.
fun enemy. They do a lot of damage, and even with Tempered Sword, getting them out of the way can be quite annoying.
Yeah, 2 spinner stacks and they're dead, but you
I think
gotta waste them.
I believe Arshap is a little too far to the left.
Yes. I'm 100% sure he is, and either he needs to be grabbed by the hand to quickly reset it, or he needs to push it. And I think pushing it costs more time.
I don't think he can. I think he's trying to and he couldn't push it.
Okay. Maybe. But pushing it costs more time anyway, so resetting it would be the best thing. And he does it, and that's a good decision. Whoa, that Gipto didn't flinch back.
That's what I'm saying. Gibdos are an extremely annoying enemy, and when you're going in there with 5 hearts, it is extremely easy to accidentally die to them.
Hey,
we found
the mitts! French vanilla! French vanilla mitts and thieves down. Isn't it Rando here?
That was an intentional death on Arshap's side. So we have access to pretty much almost anything in the game except anything locked by Samaria now, and of course, depending on our medallions for Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yes, and Ice Palace.
True.
And Night Ray Jack, I just put on the chat. Night Ray Jack, totally right. And we don't have the boots.
Yes, but the boots may not be required.
Well, there's not a bad chance, actually. I'd say better have the boots than don't.
Well, once we check Desert, we will find out if they're required there, and the only other place it could be is if there's that 1 in 22 chance that they're on Ganon's torch.
Yeah. You said that's unlikely. But
Happen. They could actually, it could actually be required. Oh, so yeah, here's the thing. It could be required to get the mushroom.
I think you insist on this much.
That comment was brought up by somebody in chat actually, but it is a good point. It could be that we need to go find the boots, to go get the mushroom, to turn it in, to find a required item. That would be rude, but it's possible.
Yeah, the mushroom turns in like a what? Like in a cape, which turns into the boots or something.
No, mushroom can't lock boots.
Oh yeah, you're sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
My fault.
So we'll see where they go. Right now, we're getting a lot of things checked. Nitro
Desert.
Going into Desert. So here's some new checks, and we're gonna go. Speaking of, we were talking about whether boots are required. Nitro is gonna be this good runner helping us out. I'm gonna go check.
Yeah, unfortunately for Nitro, Nitro is going to check it without the beta. I would call it the beta entrance, like the entrance on the left. He's going the vanilla entrance with a book. Let's see if it pays out. If there are the boots in here actually. Awesome, and spares him a lot of time. Them.
Okay,
so far,
so nothing there.
It was just.
Oh, it's.
So it's boots locked, I would say.
Boots locked. Yep.
Yep.
No, it has to be. because
Yeah.
there must be a small or a big key on the torch now.
Yeah, we don't know which one it is, but he's gonna pick up. There's gonna pick up the blue mail, and I think that's totally reasonable. Agina check, of course. So, everyone else finishing Thieves Town. Let's watch the P-Train fight. Is it a blind script?
So, for any of our newer viewers, when we talk about that script, the first time you go into Blind's room, you will have the exact same fight every single time if you have the same movement every single time. So, as P-Train is showing, if you know exactly where to stand, you don't get hit.
And
Perfect, clean, no hit.
Yeah, I only know this script for to the second phase, and then I'm just going wild because I only get hit 2 times maybe on the third phase.
Yep, that's
What
my
about
strategy as well. Guys, script
Yeah,
the first
I
2
think
and
that's-
just tank damage into the 3rd round.
Yeah, I think that's totally valid. If you're new to this game, it's totally valid to only know the first 2 heck it, it's totally valid to only know the first if you're greedy. If you're starting this game, then do this to this, and later on, get better.
Definitely, as you're learning, learn 1 stage at a time. You don't have to learn all 3 all at once. Get practicing with each one and learn.
So we
Yeah,
gotta
otherwise,
see some flipper checks now.
Yeah.
As well as hammer packs, pound town.
We're getting a nice water walk from Scupula, but no boosts to speed it up.
Just 10 arrows. What the heck? Scupula, you don't! You mustn't!
So, for anyone
Yeah.
that didn't quite see what happens there, if you walk on land while you're water walking, you will lose your water walk.
There are 2 main things you can access to a water walk. There are 2 water walks which are separate to each other. There's one water walk with a moon pearl, which you can only get when you walk out of a waterfall cave. Then, like you swim into waterfall cave and you swim out, and you don't have actually the flippers because you fake flippered. Then you get the water walk with a moon pearl, but you can get the water walk with the boots as well. And that's a bit more complicated. Like you basically run over like a hole. You basically run over a hole at a side and then bonk or not bonk. Like you just run over that hole, and then you jump from the north to the south from a cliff into the water. Then you're water walking too.
So I definitely have to comment on what Zora did there. We paid Zora 500 rupees and Zora gave us back 20. That's not a good deal for our runners. And Arsharp showing the other way to kill blind. You need 3 hits on the boss in each stage. It doesn't matter what you hit blind with. So using Cane of Burna is a very quick way to get 3 hits and you're invulnerable.
You say quick, but it's just a safe way, because actually Burner puts up a lot of sprites in the air which are gonna slow the game. Because the game acts slower the more sprites you add. Don't mind how many RAM your computer has. Actually, when you're doing burner script, it's actually the slow script. Except you're doing burner for the first phase, then it's pretty fast. But well, the later you activate burner, the slower it gets.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. P-Train finds the boots, doing a mirrorless Smith's chain. He does not have the mirror, decided to bring the Smith back home anyways, and finds the boots.
Gonna go fast. Like the Smith just I gotta say, the Smith, your boots?
The boots are made of metal today. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, and the tier 2 triple is just 1 rupee today. That's pretty bad. But anyway, Scuba is finding the lamp!
That really
And-
doesn't change much for him right at this moment.
It doesn't have a fire rod, so yes, it does. Like, Desert Palace needs a fire source. Tower of Hera 2 in the seats. So
Yeah, but
it does.
Not at this moment. You still can't do desert without the boots.
Yeah, but it can do Tower of Hera. And that's where they're heading.
Yep, unfortunately, that's not what he's. What is he looking for? What does he need? He needs the flippers.
A hookshot would be a nice thing.
Oh, hook shot. Yeah. Okay, so that's his problem. He hasn't gone over to catfish yet.
Yeah, I think it's. Let's not talk bad about him. It's I think it's a valid guess to go for Crystal Dungeons first. Like you wanna do them anyway.
Of course, I'm just saying that's where the issue currently lies. That the hookshot's missing, whereas whereas both Arshep and P-Train have the hookshot, so their routing is a little bit easier at this point. Catfish is a very out of the way check, and
Yes,
it gets fit in when you can get it.
That's just a little bit of unfortunate rando for him. Okay, let's see. P-Train going to Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Is also checking to see what the requirement is on Turtle Rock,
Of course,
which will be good to
You
know.
always do that. Oh, it's Ether.
Ether, so we have access there. That's good to know. One less worry about the medallion.
I still need that Samaria thing. Don't you think it's weird how a smith follows a goose?
So
Nice.
Scrupula doing this basement check, we're gonna find out what's down here, and it's the big key, right? Yes,
We already
we knew that.
Knew?
Yes, we knew that.
Sorry to tell you that. Okay, so A sharp, the second one with the boots. Gonna go fast. Things like, oh, I'm going into desert now. I got the boots, I got a fire source, I can clearly beat desert. Anyway, no matter what comes up, let's do another map check to check. Oh yeah, this is a crystal. I can totally understand this, and this is exactly how I would do this. Anyway, Nitro, I mean, is doing the right thing. He's going for his hookshot. Not finding it on a pyramid, but we'll find it on the next check. While Scoopala is doing Mordom for the crystal.
P-Train's doing Spike Cave.
I can understand that. Spy Cave is in logic fully. Like it's twice in logic.
Takes a little bonk, gonna get through. The Cannon Burner does not use that much magic, especially with heavy and bombos.
It's the last medallion, and it's bombos. Like Ice Palace is in logic now, and it's the last medallion, so Misery Maya access is granted too. We're still looking for Sumaria and Fire Rod and Flippers. Then we go mode. Of course, P-Train needs to find the mirror too. In Eastern. Unlikely, I think that might be his go mode. Depending on what's locked behind the mirror. Don't you think?
Yeah, that mirror is going to be hard to locate just due to the amount of crystal dungeons that are available to P-Train right now.
Yeah, I would never go there. Like, you have access to desert fully, ice palace fully.
Yeah, all those are going to go first, and then we'll start seeing the pendant dungeon dips. We also haven't seen the dip to pick up the book from Escape either.
Yeah, why you gonna escape now? Either you skip it or you go there right now because you're feeling like it. Like P-Train does.
Right as you're talking about not going there, P-Train says, nah, I'm going to go check this. This makes a lot of sense in that it is available right at the starting of the game. There's no requirements to get in here. So there could be items here that have just been accessible since the starting.
And it's much faster with the boots. But still, I'm a fan of either you miss it or you do it.
We also have to comment, you were mentioning with the Bombos about Ice Palace. It's doable, but it's out of logic.
Of course. I said we're still missing the flippers.
Yep.
But we're not only looking for the flippers. So in Ice Palace might still be a Fire Rod or a Samaria. And you don't want to go Ice Palace without a Samaria today because of the icebreaker. But still, a Samaria couldn't be there in there. And if you don't go in there, like, yeah. Okay, that's one thing. You wanna not search for a Fire Rod in Ice Palace, but once you find the flippers, you're gonna go in there.
Yeah, I think
Even
going in there out of
Samaria.
logic without a lot of these items could just use a lot of time. So I don't think we'll see any of our runners do it. But you never know what they're thinking while they're running, and sometimes they make those plays or those decisions.
Yeah, I mean, if you find a Samaria right now, I believe someone can go in there to find a Fire Rod or a P-Train even to find the mirror, which isn't there, of course. And Scupula on the right move, and Nitro too, and I believe A-Sharp is going on the right move too now.
Our ship has now finished his second crystal, with tying him up with P-Train and Scupula. Nitro is one crystal behind at the moment.
And we now see a requirement for Myra, which is Bombos.
Ooh. Okay, so everyone has to do Spike Cave. That could be a while.
Well, Spike Cave is a very fast check, but I imagine a lot of players may skip it.
It's a fast check if you're in the area.
Yeah, and if you want to go do a dungeon after it, because Spike Cave conjures a lot of magic, you want to go and do another dungeon, and then you're gonna have a refill. Or you want to go and do Dark Death Mountain after that. But actually it just lines up with Dark Death Mountain too. Okay, P-Train going for desert. P-Train going the god route, maybe. Like desert now is very good because he has a better sword and he has everything to do. Like he had the boots. Currently has 2 crystals like Scupula and A-Sharp. Only Nitro has 1 crystal, and P-Train is about to get his 3rd crystal before everyone else, I believe.
Yeah, P-Train's routing has worked out extremely well today with where the items are placed. He's gotten a lot of items right as he needs them. Got that early Dark World access, that hook shot. Everything seems to be working out. The biggest thing is going to be seeing when he makes it back for that mirror. That is
unless he got a magical sense. I believe that's gonna take a while.
It is, but he'll be clearing crystal dungeons in the meantime, dungeons that are required to be finished one way or the other. So there shouldn't be any significant time loss. It may shorten the go mode a little bit, but not significantly.
Yeah, it totally depends on the rest of the seed, which we didn't see yet. Okay, so Scoopula doing a Spy Cave, which is a great thing for Scoopula. Still, I'm very much... I'm very curious. Where is the Samaria and where is the Fire Rod?
So Nitro, in this room where P-Train and Arshep took a death, has decided, yeah, I'm just going to use Ether and get rid of these Gibdos. Definitely one way to deal with them.
It only freezes them, doesn't it?
Nope, it will. Ether will kill Gibdos.
Oh, I'm so dumb. But freeze is the same thing. Oh well, actually a good thing to do.
Oh. Yeah, Arshep setting up for the Herapod as well. Not wanting to get that big key out of the basement.
It's totally a setup I never do. But it's a nice bomb setup. I believe there are like 5 setups actually, which are all working very great without any problem.
Yeah, at least 5. There's a few different locations you can even stand in. There's different ways to get there.
The most important thing is to not screw up. Yeah, third crystal, sorry.
Yep, P-Train does pick up the 3rd crystal, taking the crystal lead, but just a reminder, this is rando. That doesn't actually mean anything right at this exact moment.
We could say it's the mid game now, and that the P-Train war is leading until the mid game, and let's see how it turns out to be. Isn't it? Am I wrong? Maybe.
Arshep does take down the 3rd crystal, and I don't know. We'll see. It's Arshep is very close to where P-Train is overall. The big difference is not having Mombos.
I just say it's the mid game.
No, with that, yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, Scrupula's I think about to finish his 3rd crystal as well, and has Bombos, but is missing the boot. Oh no, he doesn't have the boot, so he can't finish this dungeon.
Oh, P-Train is doing a gamble. He's accessing actually Misery Maya. This is a gamble on the Samaria being French vanilla, like the Samaria being in Misery Maya, because you can't finish Misery Maya without the Red Cane and like Samaria, and yeah, it's a long dungeon.
I'm not so sure I would call it a gamble. At this point, he doesn't have another crystal dungeon he can actually do.
He can, but not logically. He can go into Ice Palace and finish Ice Palace. Imagine finding the flippers here, or something which leads to the flippers here. You don't wanna.
Well, if that's what it is, then
and it's the Samaria here.
Yep, see? And that's where
imagine finding the Fire Rod here, which leads to the flippers. And yeah, would all turn bad, but yeah. He got that right, man. I got to admit my failure.
Yeah, no, I like this play because he's tracking the in logic dungeon. The thing is that he doesn't know that Mirror is available over in Eastern, and that Swamp Swamp actually is not in logic because it's the flippers. So yeah, this is pretty much the only in logic dungeon that anyone can do that we haven't seen.
I mean, with a mirror, the mirror checks would be open too. Like there were like 3 of them, maybe 4, and yeah, and Ice Palace maybe just locked by the flippers away. And you saw that mushroom. He saw that mushroom too. Maybe mushroom took away the flippers. That was a gamble. But it was a good gamble. I admit it was a good gamble. It was a gamble you can do. And it turned out good. It turned out to be right. You're always right when you have a good gamble. But it was good. Sorry. So it was a French vanilla Samaria. Imagine just being flippers inside here. Oh. And Samaria and Ice, other way around would be the best. Then. Sometimes it's worth going out of logic, but sometimes not.
In the end here, we're going to need to get the flippers one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because we need to do Swamp Palace. I believe P-Train has set up Spooky Glitch, because I saw him using the boots before using Kana Samaria.
But now...
Maybe not.
Well, P-Train actually did set up it. But I may broke it. I'm not sure when. Maybe P-Train broke it before and just get out through it. Yeah,
you know what?
Fire Rod.
He set up Spooky. He was acting as if he was going to do Spooky and probably realized that he didn't have Fire Rod.
Yeah, maybe find Fire Rod in there. Too. Fire Rod and Samaria. Is it that too much to ask? Turtle double dip requirement possible was the question. Yes, if Turtle Rock has flippers.
Yep. And Swamp can have the Fire Rod.
Well, it's not required. It's not required then, because you can. Yeah, yes, it is.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, if Swamp has Fire Rod and Turtle Rock has flippers, then it is definitely a required double dip. We did see P-Train finish up one more dungeon. Counts up to 4 now.
So pets actually, for those, I'm pretty sure there are some viewers who want to see a pet seat. Pet's not actually dead, but it's unlikely. But it's not dead. There can be still the flippers on the pedestal, and there can be not the Fire Rod on the pedestal if you're asking it.
Yeah, it's pretty much flippers.
Yeah, it can't be any medallion, and you don't really need the other bow. Flippers or hook? No, just flippers. The hook shot is on Catfish. And everyone has it except Scupula. But I'm pretty sure Scupula is actually now going into Palace of Darkness. I'm pretty sure Scupula has Catfish on its map, on his map tracker. On the map tracker, I was going to say. And there are the flippers inside Palace of Darkness. What the heck? Okay, so Palace of Darkness as a pendant dungeon totally wields progression.
So once again, we are in a rod hunt.
So what would you do? Would you do the same as Scupula and mirror out? Or would you do the same as A-Sharp and stay into?
That's an interesting question. Finding the flippers.
I mean, they have the exact opposite reason. As A-Sharp, I would mirror out because I have the hook shot and could finish Swamp Palace if I had a mirror. But as Scupula, I had a mirror, but no hook shot. This is so weird.
Yeah, Scupula looks like he's going to be going into Ice Palace now that it's completable. Unfortunately, going to go in without that Kana Samaria.
In logic.
In logic, yep.
So, if we are not going to see a Samaria in the first chest, which we are not, because the Samaria actually is in... Oh, I believe that was a too early bombos. Samaria is in Miramaya. Then Scupula needs to do a bomb jump, or will do a bomb jump, I think. Kane and Meyer, hookshot on Catfish, fire rod on, where is it? And Boots were where were Boots?
I remember P-Train found them. So oh, P-Train hovering.
Hovering.
Oh, no. Takes a fall.
If you are new to this game, don't try this.
I mean, you can go ahead and try it. You're just not going to get very far until you learn how to do it.
It's still it's a hard to do glitch, and for some controllers it's inconsensitive. But you're gonna do whatever you have fun.
Ah, right. Boots were on Smiths because we talked about the metal boots. Thank you to
Obviously.
Chat.
Those were metal smithing boots. And there's the fourth sword in the Dark U in Palace of Darkness. It's called Dark U because actually you're going a U-turn in there. You're going one stairs on the left or right, and you're going to do a U-turn, and you're going to take the other stairs.
Yeah. So we have 2 runners on the gold sword and 2 runners on tempered.
How can Scoopula has a gold sword? Okay, oh, so he didn't mirror back on the flippers. I just missed that Scoopula went to back of Palace of Darkness. Thank you, chat. So Scoopula went to back of Palace of Darkness, obviously, because how else? Gold sword.
P-Train getting a very precise bomb jump in Pod, while Scoopula is trying a different bomb jump in Ice Palace. This one can be a little rough as well.
Yeah, the one in Palace of Darkness actually pretty much easier.
Oh.
I would say, because well, it's easier to me.
I find the Ice Palace one easier. It's a lot faster to set up, and it's not quite as it feels like it's not quite as precise. It might actually be, but
well, the one in Palace of Darkness is pretty easy if you get the left shadowing, but don't waste time on it. Well, it's different for each runner. Anyway, P-Train still leading with 4 crystals, I believe. Kane was in my still, yeah.
Okay, we got a boss fight on our shop side.
With a hammer. If you are very good at bomb throwing, with a bomb it's actually faster, but you have to be very good and not miss a single bomb.
Which partially requires Helmasaur's cooperation.
Yes.
Because he likes to move around, and if he moves, he can just move out of the way.
Yes, you're gonna predict Helmasaur's movement. And that's a pendant. And we don't know if it's still required, because we don't know where the heck is that fire rod. Can I say heck? I believe.
It's interesting that our ship decided to complete that dungeon knowing there was no item on Helmasaur. Taking that, just getting the pendant just in case, but taking that little bit of a time loss to get it.
Might be a gamble. It's this very long way to Helmasaur if you consider going into the whole dungeon itself, because the dungeon itself is a long way. Going to Helmasaur is not. The Ice Palace on 2 sides, Flipper checks on A Sharp, and a Flute on Nitro, which is going to Mesmermire.
P-Train is just continuing not to get that mirror.
Yeah, I would think so. Why should get to Eastern? You rather go to Palace of Darkness than Eastern.
Oh yeah, but
desert then.
The big thing is that he will need to go there eventually.
Mirror was in Eastern. Which check? I don't know. Maybe the first one. Something like that.
It was somewhere near the front. I'm not sure exactly which chest it was, but it was in those front chests. We're gonna have 2 runners on their way to Cold Stare very soon.
Yeah. As we see this, I just wanna make sure you follow these runners. I just again posted the links. Those are 4 of our runners here in the daily race, I believe. And that's a very nice route of P-Train. Needs a bit of more time, actually.
I looked away for 1 second and P-Train found Fire Rod.
What? Where did he find that?
Fire Rod was in Ice Palace.
But where?
No, because Scrupula... Wait. Scrupula doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ice Palace big chest. Scrupula looks like skipped the Ice Palace big chest. That's...
Oh no, hook shot! Maybe he missed the drop down and didn't think about having the hook shot. Oh, that's bad luck.
Oh, okay, Scrupula's in trouble here because that's going to likely get last location.
Yeah. Even more last location than that mirror for P-Train.
Oh boy. Yeah, P-Train eventually, when he gets out of this dungeon, is going to need to start checking pendant dungeons, so eventually he's going to make his way to Eastern. There are 3 items in there, so it is relatively dense. So he will go there, but for Scrupula, he's going to clear every pendant dungeon and then eventually get back to Ice.
Did Scrupula just raged? Because no bombs in Hype Cave? Did Scrupula not check Hype Cave? What the heck? Okay, very weird routing.
Yeah. Hadn't gotten here, I guess.
I don't want to speak bad of anyone, no. But, yeah. Maybe Scrupula had no bomb for the drop down to the big chest. That may be a reason why Scrupula did actually skip the big chest, I believe. Because you can't find a bomb anywhere there except from enemy. If you depleted, I think Scrupula depleted all the bombs for the bomb jump in Ice Palace and then had no bomb for the big chest, and that's why Scrupula did miss the big chest. And that's very bad luck.
Yeah, that very well could be the situation. I was gonna say we have P-Train going to Turtle Rock, but he's gonna check Ether Tablet first and then do Turtle Rock. Okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, he still misses the mirror. This is P-Train's go mode. I foreshadowed it. I told you. Now, where would you choose to look for the mirror, man? Where would you go?
Well, right now, Turtle Rock definitely makes sense. It is a crystal. Get that one out of the way, see if it's in there. And then we're going to start seeing the pendant checks. No, not really.
But if you go Turtle Rock, yeah, well, exactly. You can't check Mimic Cave, but Mimic Cave is mirror locked and you're looking for...
Yeah,
the mirror.
When you're looking for the mirror, that's not a location he's going to care about at this point.
Exactly. I think that's what he thinks.
Go. Nitro just looks like checked Lumberjack to see if it was worth anything. Yeah, finding out it's the mushroom. Unfortunately, so we have confirmation that Aga was not required, which means Arshap did do an extra Aga.
Yeah, but I totally can understand that the seat looked like Aga, Until it didn't. Like always. Yeah,
Yeah, the game
Lumberjack
gave us
ledge
everything.
checking is something you can do. You either check Lumberjack in the first place, or you check it with the mountain, or you check it with the bumper ledge, or you never check it, actually. Or you check it because you have the feeling.
So we do have a prediction set up in chat. So to all our viewers out there, take those channel points you've built up by watching, and make your prediction. And the question tonight so far is: the first runner will hit go mode before or after the 1 hour and 15-minute mark. Will someone hit go mode in the next 10 minutes?
Oh. I think I can't help the chat with the decision because it would be unfair to tell them.
I mean, we can definitely discuss what the potential is
Obviously.
here. The problem is that everybody but P-Train needs 2 items. Or no, everybody but P-Train, sorry, and R-Sharp need
You
2 items for go mode.
Okay,
Yeah.
A-Sharp just found the fire rod, is exactly where P-Train is, and Nitro is missing the Sumaria and the fire rod, Scupula is missing the Sumaria and the fire rod, and the hookshot.
My
Whoa.
my vote's gonna be it's going to be later.
Let me have a think.
It's R-Sharp is not going to go to Eastern after this.
I think
And
it's before.
the thing is, P-Train might.
Yeah,
This is a long dungeon.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. I still think he may check it.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to be in the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, after Turtle Rock he can't complete Swamp. So he has to go for Crystal Dungeon. He can complete Skull Woods, which wields 2 items. He can complete Palace of Darkness, which wields many more items. And he can complete Eastern Palace, which wields 3 plus 1 item because of the green pendant. And because of the green pendant, that's why I think he's going to go there first.
Yeah,
Because
very
he
well might.
doesn't have a mirror, so he thinks like, well, mirror. So he either goes Palace of Darkness after Turtle Rock or Eastern Palace. I think.
We shall see. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that timer.
Obviously. Oh, watch that fight. This was very good, wasn't it?
Yeah. The big difference here between R-Sharp and P-Train, I think, is that Aga play. Without that Aga play, you'd probably see him in similar positions, except actually the P-Train's Meyer check has given him a nice little advantage in getting that Cane of Samaria and that dungeon out of the way.
I think actually A-Sharp would lead then. Did P-Train watch Bumper Ledge?
I don't know if he did. Someone did, though. There was nothing important there.
I know. We know where the where the go mode is, but P-Train just got the cape. So that's why I'm asking.
Tracker is confirming that he did.
Okay.
So yeah,
Mirror
we'll actually,
in Eastern. I think
we
in
might
the
see
first
Mirror
chest.
next. Yeah,
Nice
very
though.
fast kill for P-Train on phase 1 of Trinex, and a very fast kill on phase 2 of Trinex. That was about as clean as you're going to get that fight.
Indeed. Only rewarding a map, of course. He counted the dungeon items. Okay, R-Sharp totally will regret this lumberjack check he did at the very last. I mean, it's totally understandable to do a lumberjack check when you're like missing 1 or 2 items. You just like feel like, oh man, Aga was in logic so long, maybe I'm missing 1 item from it. And then you see a fetch quest on there, and it's like, oh, it's just the worst you can see on there. But at the same time, that's the thing. A-Sharp will actually get worse in time, because, and that's one thing you need to follow then, because either you do it at the very first, or you combine it with something else, or you're gonna skip it until the end, because that's the best you can do.
Well, he is combining it with these north checks, and he already knew it was the mushroom. So he's likely just coming over, grabbing these other 2 locations that have been unlocked, and then going to go turn in the mushroom and check these 3 items in very quick succession. Unfortunately, we know that it won't be anything, but he does not.
It's okay. It's a combine, but it's not the best. You combine it with the Bumper Cave Ledge or Death Mountain to check, but not collect it, and yeah. Okay, it's good. I believe I know what he thinks. I think he's looking for the Samaria and then the mirror. Because when you do Aghanim, you don't want to see the mirror early.
Oh. P-Train is doing the Zora area checks before going to Eastern. Looks like these weren't done on his side yet.
Of course. Bioscopula is going to Mizramiah, finding the Samaria. Now then, only missing the fire rod, which is... I forgot.
Sorry, which item?
Fire rod?
That is in Ice Palace in Big Chest.
Ah, yeah.
So we're talking about where P-Train... We were talking about where P-Train was going to go next. What we needed to be talking about is where R-Sharp was going to go next. We are about to hit a go mode.
No.
No. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Still missing the Samaria, man.
Oh, you're right. No Samaria, because he hasn't done... Never mind, yes.
Okay, P-Train doing the escape,
Meyer.
which I think is a good decision, but when P-Train does the escape, only moment. What? No!
Oh, P-Train is making the hard decision that it's not an Eastern. That's, anyone who went over 1 hour and 15 minutes with me, I believe you're gonna win this prediction, because this is gonna take more than 2 minutes.
Do you know the falling man?
Wait. What if Arshep...
Arshep still needs the Samaria.
No. I know, but... Oh no, wasn't he just in Eastern? I thought he was just in Eastern. Didn't he get the mirror?
Tracker? Did he got the mirror? Chat?
Yeah, he got the mirror. He's going to Swamp Palace. He must have gotten the mirror.
Okay. Do you know the falling man?
The what?
The falling man. I just saw P-Train and thought about the falling man. No!
Yep, Swamp.
Yeah, the tracker software always has delay. Don't mind. If you're watching this stream and you think like the tracker is missing something, it's probably the tracker software just eating the inputs or delaying the inputs. One of this.
So, unfortunately, with Arshep going to Swamp instead of Meyer, and P-Train going to Aga instead of Eastern, we have 35 seconds left for that prediction to finish, and I think neither of them has the time to get to where their go mode item is.
Yes. You just congratulate them. Do it. Do it!
Well, we gotta wait. We gotta officially wait those 20 seconds.
I dare you.
Um.
Oh, did you
But-
see that hook speed?
Yeah.
Perfectly of P-Train. That looks so easy, but I never got it. I just run normally. And congratulations, whoever said no go mode for anyone. But we have the no mode. You just won your points. I don't know how many you won, but congratulations. And for the other ones, I thought that too.
Scrupulas just like so. This is bizarre. P-Train is looking for Mirror. Arshep is looking for Samaria. Scrupula's looking for Fire Rod. I don't think I've ever had 3 runners on screen looking for different single go mode items simultaneously.
And Nitro is looking for Fire Rod and Samaria, but Nitro got the flippers, not actually marked on the marker on the tracker. I believe the tracker software is eating inputs, and I think Nitro is still missing bombers. I'm not sure.
Maybe Scrupulous doesn't have hook shot on either. Has he not gone to Catfish? That could be an interesting problem as well.
Yes, I believe that's still missing. Yeah, so I don't see Scoop Train in the Scoopula mine. Scoop Train. Scoop Train would actually be in go mode if you combine those two. P-Train, there was the question in chat like, P-Train going to Aghanim, why not going to Eastern Fruits? I think like, you see this mushroom and you gotta feel into this situation. You're a runner. You didn't check Aghanim, and then you see this mushroom and you feel like, or you even saw it and you remind of this mushroom and you saw like, whoa, this was in logic like phase 2. When you found, like when you find an item, there's another phase opening, and it was phase 2, and then you're like, oh man, there could be the mirror in there.
So here's the other interesting thing. In the meantime, Arship has found silvers in Swamp.
Well, that speeds up the fight here. If
Yeah, a
you
little
use
bit.
them, but you don't need.
With tempered or with gold sword, it doesn't take too long to silverless, although it is still faster to use that bow.
Yeah, you can do that one cycle too if you
Pet
skill.
check.
Yeah, that's a pet check. Oh, well, pretty. What do you say on pet?
It's money.
Red boomerang. No, red boomerang can't be. Let's say something else. Bucknet. Bucknet. Come, let's say Bucknet. Couch cash is so. It's every time couch cash. I don't want to see it there.
Yeah. For the record, I wasn't guessing. Scoopula already did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't. Okay.
So yeah, both runners. I think at this point, some of the runners got to be sitting here going, "Where on earth are these items I'm looking for? Why can't I find them?"
The P-Train going for Skullwoods, which I don't really like, because Skullwoods pendant, which is not green, has less checks than Eastern, even if Eastern were not green. But still, it's faster, actually.
So you know that conversation about whether a runner would be in go mode by 1 hour and 15? Looks like we're not getting a runner in go mode by 1 hour and 20.
It's just 5 minutes, man. Give me 10. 1 hour and 25, let's say.
We're just gonna keep moving it. You're gonna keep moving your goal 5 minutes out. But get it in the next 5 minutes. The next 5 minutes.
Oh, it's 5 minutes or nothing. I'm just going to 10. Okay, this is a nice red bomb by R-Sharp. You see, when you beat Eganim and you predict there must be something on the red bomb, you can do this one to be faster at the Pyramid Ferry, the Fat Ferry called. But actually there's nothing on it. But still, it might be useful information for some seeds.
P-Train is gonna go check the big chest in Tower of Hera. He's just avoiding Eastern at all costs.
Well, if he was, why not going to Palace of Darkness instead? Was he there already? I'm not sure. He might be there already. He was there.
He's cleared all of the items at a pod already.
Yeah, sure, he was there already. Because Palace of Darkness wield our flippers.
This is unfortunate for P-Train. He's literally going to last location Eastern Palace at this point.
Well, it's a valid guess, I'd say. Some players don't like it. I don't like the escape route.
So,
okay, we
now the
saw
question is, where does everyone else
tablet
go?
Of Nitro, and Nitro now going to go to Palace of Darkness again. Not really sure what he wants to find there. Scuba going to Swamp Palace without the hookshot, I believe. I think it's a valid guess, but man, you're missing.
Yeah, Scrupula's got to go to Catfish.
Yeah, if you go, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Scupula went to Pyramid Ferry and then not to Catfish. Can you? Would you say the same? I'm not sure.
I don't think we've seen that Catfish check there yet. So that's going to be a bit of an issue without that hook shot. This is just ridiculous at this point. But worse than that hook shot, it's okay. I can almost guarantee you that Scrupula will find the hook shot before he finds the fire rod. Because that fire rod's in the location he's not checking. This is just...
Is it true that A-Sharp just missing the Samaria?
Yeah, he just needs to go to Meyer. He's been one item from Go Mode for almost as long as P-Train.
I'm very sure that after this, he will go there. Like maybe not the... in the next 5
P-Train!
minutes.
P-Train! Yes!
No!
Yes!
P-Train!
Yes! You figured it out!
A-Sharp, go to Meyer! A-Sharp, go to Meyer!
Oh boy, they've both figured it out. Unfortunately, P-Train does have a full
in the lead full Charger Rock.
One dungeon lead.
Full Charger Rock is like long.
Yeah, he's got a 1 dungeon lead. Even with this entire massive check of everything else in the game, P-Train does have a 1 dungeon lead here.
Oh, it's the second chest in here, I believe, then.
Yes, it is. I think P-Train literally has nowhere else to go.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna go mode Swamp, it's a lot faster than not doing it.
Yeah. There's the mirror.
And then you mirror out, because why not? You're in Go Mode. Go Mode at, I believe, 1 hour 24 and 2. What do you say?
About that. So, about just under 10 minutes after that prediction ended, we're finally in Go Mode.
I told you it's before 1 hour and 25. I told you.
No. You told me an hour and 15.
Yeah, and I said, and then you said, oh, it's not an hour and 20, isn't it? And I said, oh, don't give me 5 minutes, give me 10 minutes.
But we're actually gonna have a second runner in Go mode very soon.
You mean A sharp?
Yep.
Yeah, still needing a lot of time, though. So A sharp. Actually, the only thing A sharp can be before
There it is.
P-Train, and it is Go mode, is when a P-Train does a very bad Ganon tower route or a very bad Ganon fight. Or death.
Yep. So about
In
125, 10-ish for Arshep. So that's pretty close in their Go modes. Unfortunately, as discussed, there is that one dungeon lead.
Yeah, you see this Go mode in Swamp, you can literally just skip the bomb chest there and just go through with a hammer, just hammer dash. Then you go there and activate the hammer too, and then you go to the back and even do a you even do a diver down, and then you go.
Now, I'm not quite sure which chest the silvers were in this dungeon, but it could mean that P-Train may be our only runner without silvers.
Yeah, silvers without silvers in a gold sword is not, it's not that much faster at the end. I mean, silvers,
Not enough to make up the difference of a full dungeon
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
silvers in the very early game are very nice, because if you need to do armors or let's say a hammer sword with a master sword, then silvers are very good. But in the end of the game, Ganon is not that much faster with silvers. It is faster, but not that much. And there are the silvers.
We are getting a second Helmasaur kill on screen from Nitro.
Yeah, why
Who's
not?
been-
I hate this boss. It must be killed.
Nitro is
Nice
also
fight.
trying to find where to go. Unfortunately, his problem is that he doesn't have bombos or fire rods, so he actually cannot do ice palace yet.
And not a Samaria 2.
Yeah, but he can go into Mire eventually. I'm talking
Yes.
about like he just cannot
he
do
can't.
ice palace yet.
Go into Mire because Mire is bombos locked.
Oh yes, needs that bombos. Correct. That's what I was saying earlier about the bombos. Yep.
Oh, Scupula.
P-Train does pick up that 7th crystal and will be on his way to GT. Now,
gonna
to
play
our
a game.
viewers, we got a little game. Most of you know what this is, but there are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, and we're going to ask you to tell us which number it is going to be. Do you have a
really?
regular guess? The third X?
Do we need to wait for the bot starting it, or?
We do not use the bot for the daily race,
Okay.
just due to the number of off-screen runners.
Usually I go with 11 or 13, but those two already... No, yeah, those two already went. So I gotta say something which is not there. 9? No, 9 hours. So I gotta say 13 too, again.
Yeah. I
What do you
normally
say?
say 8, so we'll see what happens. Ah! Nitro! Yes! Yes, good check. That's Bombos. That is a great... Scrupula! Yes! Okay,
Yes,
all the runners are
I was
all the
just
runners are
gonna say
finding them.
Scupula, good thing.
There we go. Our runners are all on the right track. We are moving. Scrupula has found Hookshot. Nitro has found Bombos. Our chap is finishing up Mire with that Cane of Samaria. P-Train's on his way to Ganon's Tower. All our runners are finally out of their stuck modes. This is good.
Yeah, but said this, I can understand every runner we've watched today, all of them 4, which I watched. I can understand all of them for the decisions, where they go and why they go there. I mean, I'm not actually doing the same every time. I'm not doing the same decisions, but still I can understand them because it's totally reasonable what they did. They have a valid guess, they have a valid decision, and a valid skip. All of them. And it turns out to be not right sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Now
random.
yeah, so here we go. We are going to be
First check.
seeing... Nope. First two checks, cash in a bottle.
And no small keys, so we can't go right side.
No, we'll find some over here.
Oh god, the big
Hey,
key on the
big key,
torch, that
3!
was third!
That was fast. Oh, boots
We're
required
still gonna
again.
need to... Yeah, boots required again. I just... what were the odds of GT requiring a boots, huh? You gotta say?
Yeah, 1 in 22. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to Eats Your Rice and Link 2003. Both of who guessed 3. You get your names read out on stream and get to say you won tonight.
And Cessno, please say sorry, man. There are the boots required for GT, huh?
Well, that's irrelevant. They were required for Desert already.
Yeah, and for GT too. I mean,
Yeah,
what are the odds required for both?
Well,
huh?
GT becomes irrelevant as soon as they're required for Desert because you needed them already.
Yeah. Oh, I only hear excuses. Just making fun, man. Hope you're not
yeah,
getting
unfortunately, we're okay. Eats Your Rice internet points. Unfortunately, today you don't get internet points because the bot doesn't work for the big races. So you just get bragging rights.
You get
a little bit less than usual.
You get 9 of 10 of me.
I think
that's the gauntlet.
This was actually a good example of why we can't use the bot for these, because if you had been watching another streamer, you might have known that it was on the torch, and then that would be a very easy guess of 3.
Oh, we only obviously those 4 are highly recommended streamers here. Okay, so actually P-Train is through the gauntlet, now approaching what are their names again? Those guys you already killed. Lemolas too. While A-Sharp is going to Turtle Rock with Go Mode. Last dungeon. And Scubula is going through Swamp Palace, not in Go Mode yet, I believe. And
nope.
Nitro is going through Ice, I believe soon on the way to Go Mode. Still needs fire, still needs Samaria, but it's on a good way. So clearly, if you look on our Forerunners here, restreamed, then the chances of someone catching up to P-Train are pretty slim, I would say.
Yeah, unfortunately, there would have to be some pretty large mistakes for anyone to catch him, but you never know.
Yeah, and to catch up to A-Sharp are pretty slim too, I would say. But between Scupula and Nitrous, still there's a race going on, because both looking for the Fire Rod. Could be something.
No, Nitro's about to find the Fire Rod. The question is going to be when he goes to Meyer, and how long will it take him to finish the 3 dungeons he has left?
Yes.
Or they have left, sorry.
You know, Nitro going to Mizumaya. That's the thing, which can save Scupula. Could.
Yeah, I think Scupula is going to start running out of checks soon, and will eventually realize that he does need to go back to Ice.
Hopefully.
We have P-Train on. We have P-Train on Aga.
2. Oh no, I got 2.
Yeah.
I got 1, actually 2. So both Eggers here.
There's 3 Agas on screen.
Yeah, and he already bet Egger 1.
And that was actually a pretty fast kill there. I think it was 3 cycles? Which is...
4.
4 cycles. Okay.
Yeah.
Still
But
very
still
good
fast.
fight. 4 is good.
Well.
3 is what a lot of runners are looking for. 2 is technically perfect, but it kind of requires Aga's help. Because the pattern needs to be one that's actually friendly, and you can't... And you have to not get a blue ball.
You have to predict it too. And yeah. But there was only one real Aghanim. You got the illusion. Grumble, grumble, grumble! Seriously, you were supposed to bring food!
Oh, Scrupula! Yes! Yes! You have found the dungeon you need to be in. Good.
Oh, Scupula, I totally love you now, because you didn't go to Eastern. Or neither finished Pillars of Darkness, or yeah, I mean, that makes no sense, but you didn't go to Eastern. That would have made sense too.
Oh,
nice call. And Nitro finding the fire rod, but still missing the. Is it true? Still missing the Samaria? I believe so.
Who? Nitro? Yes, still missing Samaria. He has not gone to Misery Mire yet.
Yeah. Might be a problem. Whoa, this was a nice double.
P-Train is at 4 hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, he did get the silvers along the way,
Yes.
so that's great. And
nice double,
P-Train
as I
is done. Get your
GGs.
GGs in chat for P-Train. And
A nice double at
assuming
the
he
end.
crosses this extremely dangerous bridge, yep, he does finish first on Restream, but second in our race overall with a time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 34 seconds. He was beat out by just under 3 minutes by Chimo with a 1 hour, 33:33. We do have P-Train with us in the booth. GG's P-Train.
GG's.
Any thoughts on the seed?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, no
yeah,
problem.
it was rough. It was very rough.
So just something that you might kind of find funny. Your go mode was the mirror. Our chef's go mode was the Cane of Samaria, and Scupula's go mode was the Fire Rod.
Yeah,
And you were all looking for it at the same time.
At death
Yeah.
of Nitro at Coldster. Sorry.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
yeah, it was a very rough seed. Like it's kind of weird that a Sphere 1 mirror was what got me, because I got the hook shot really early. Cane of Samaria, no problem. Cane of Samaria Mire, I'm fine with that. But man, Sphere 1 mirror. Whew. I don't think anything was behind the hook shot. Like I think it was literally for clearing swamp. I don't think you needed the hook shot for any other reason.
Was there something in Tower? There was nothing in Tower of Hera, I believe, right?
Well, it doesn't
Yes.
matter because the mirror was available.
Correct. I was just more so like I know you took that route up. One of the other runners took the mirror route up at about the same time. But
So what was behind the hookshot?
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. That was okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, but you got Aga because
Smoky.
I mean you saw the mushroom, didn't you? And you saw
Yeah,
like
I mean,
there
at that point, I had cleared everything except for Eastern, the back of Skull Woods, and the Hera Big Chest. That was all I had left. So I was like, well, if it's an Eastern, I've probably already lost anyways. Back of Skull Woods kind of sucks. Going back to Hera kind of sucks. So let's just do Aga Tower and yeah, that was,
It's a
that was
valid
not the
guess.
play. So
Yeah.
Mirror was a 100% last location for me. I had nothing left on my tracker other than Eastern Palace.
Yeah, it happens. That definitely does happen, and yeah, we were thinking that was your thought process with skipping Eastern, that you were thinking if it's in there, you're probably behind some of the other runners anyway, so may as well check something else first.
Yep.
In the end, you probably weren't that far behind, just because you had really good routing for pretty much everything else in the game. You got a lot of items long before the other restreamed runners.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that. I mean, I don't want to be like salty because my routing worked out, but I'm bringing back some old plays that I used to do in the old tourney just to see if they're still like relevant. And one of them is when you get Dark World access, if you don't have the Mitts or the Mirror, route Hype Cave to Pyramid Ledge to Catfish. And then when you go to the Dark World, you do Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and you end at Stumpy. So that's what I was gonna do, and I was like, this probably isn't a good play, but whatever, we'll just do it, because Skullwoods was a pendant. I would rather not touch it, but if this little chain didn't work out, I'd be more incentivized to check Skullwoods because there's less left on my map, So then I find Hookshot on Catfish, and I get really excited. Except that the only thing I found behind the entire Hookshot was a bow in Paradox Cave, which led to Pendant Eastern and Pendant Pod. So I wasn't too keen on that, and I just kept finding enough progression to keep me out of that area. And then finally, when I went to Pod, honestly, when I found the flippers in the front of Pod, I wanted to save a quit right there. But I figured I'd be diligent and check the rest of the dungeon. Flippers led to Fire Rod, and at that point, when Turtle Rock was empty, I was a bit surprised. And honestly, at that point, I felt like I've messed up, I've skipped something, but let's keep pushing forward with what we have, following what we found behind the hookshot and the bow, and, let maybe do Aga, things like that, and just didn't work out.
It turned out to be a good play. I mean, we saw runners doing Palace of Darkness fully, and check the and didn't check the tablet, or check the tablet B after that.
Yeah, finding the book after 3 climbs up the mountain felt pretty bad. There were just some little things in my route that just didn't quite work out for me. I don't know. Mirror Go mode was probably not so bad because if you have Mirror, you have a hookless dive in the swamp on the table, depending on how you routed. So, and that was never an option for me. Didn't have to bother with K45, Graveyard Ledge, just a couple of like really out of the way checks. I just didn't have to bother with, which was really nice. But man, it's just so ironic that that the Sphere 1 Mirror got me. Hookshot on Catfish was no problem. Kane and Meyer, no problem. But then it's the Mirror and Pendant Eastern. That's what gets me.
Oh, it's a
Not even
Meyer
locked behind the
crystal.
bow.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
It's
you had the
totally
early bow.
good routed. Totally, I think it was good routed. I mean, the mirror in Eastern Pendant. That's a trap.
I mean, I'm trying to think when would have been the time to go to Eastern. Like, maybe suck it up and do it before Hera. I'm not 100% convinced that Eastern was a better play than Aga in my situation. But, I don't
saw
know.
you there before, Egger, but I can understand your decision.
Yeah.
So we did get a pretty good Aga 2 fight out of Arshap, and just to bring some attention back to his screen for the moment, he is entering the Ganon fight.
While Scupula is entering GT at any moment, and Nitro is doing Ice Palace for the 3rd time, I believe. Hopefully this time gonna succeed. But anyway, Scupula entering GT and Ashap doing Ganon. And the UP train just we're looking for the mirror. I think the looking for a mirror is great because you don't need to do Swamp Palace 2 times, and I think we had 2 runners doing it 2 times. Anyway. The A-sharp 3rd phase.
Yep. Scrupula about to find out that
It's the torch.
the big key's right there. Nice and
It could be
accessible.
check 1.
Could be. Most runners today have gone over to Hope Room. There are some routes that do go left first.
Nice torch dish with a fire rod, not that easy. Try to do it yourself.
And done.
Okay,
Okay, so
done for
with-
A-sharp.
Yeah. With
If
that
A-sharp does
completion, get your GGs in chat. And R-sharp will finish in 2nd on the restream and 7th overall with 1 hour 45:35. Between R-sharp and P-Train, we have 3rd Jagger G, 4th Edium, 5th Miendium, 6th Professor Pixie.
And we got some forfeits too.
Yeah, but we'll let those runners take their
Yes,
forfeits.
the seat was... I think the seat was pretty mean. Anyway, let's hear what A-sharp is telling us once A-sharp's joining us.
So yeah, in the end, we do have. There was a question as to where silvers were. Silvers were in swamp. That was something that most of our runners found right at the end.
Yeah, they're on the way. Most of, I think all of our 4 restreams. We both had the same thought. Welcome
okay, and
A-sharp and GG's.
Hey, GG.
so, firstly, thoughts
Yeah.
on the seed?
I felt really good doing Ega a little early. I feel like I've been in Discord lately saying Ega seeds are just totally predictable, and as soon as you find that cape and swords, you just do it. So I did it, and then finding the hookshot on Catfish was great. That boots play was really good. I thought, I think, yeah, I miscounted items in Mire, or in Pod. And then at that point, I immediately just like felt behind, and and everything started to feel weird. But yeah, other than that, it was good.
So there's 2 kind of interesting things kind of for you to hear. One is you're actually not the only one that did Aga, except the other runner who did it was P-Train, and he did it looking for his Go mode item because he was stuck. The other interesting thing is P-Train, your Go mode was Fire Rod? No. Kane of Samaria.
Yeah, it was
correct?
Kane. Yeah.
P-Train's Go mode was Mirror, and Scrupula's was Fire Rod.
Oh, funny.
So
Yeah.
you were all on completely different routes in completely different dungeons.
Yeah, oh, interesting. So it wasn't. Wait, so I'm trying to remember where the hammer and mitts were. So this wasn't an Agassi?
It was not.
The mitts were in T-style.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, okay.
Hammer was sick. Kid?
Yeah, hammer was sick.
Oh,
Kid.
that's right. That's right.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you. How did you feel when you found the hammer? I don't want to be mean.
Now I feel silly. I felt I forgot where I found the bottle, but yeah, I guess now that you mention it, the bottle was pre-Ega, I suppose.
Yeah, it was pre-Ega.
Yes. Yes, it was.
What a
We were
nightmare.
wondering with the flute and activated, and considering that was just a quick check, if that was just something that you weren't thinking about, or if you had just consciously made the decision to go to Aga.
I think I just wanted to avoid like walking back to his the castle a second time because I had just done escape.
I believe he hadn't the flute when he went to Ega, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I had the flu for sure. But yeah,
Okay.
I'd done escape, and at that point the choice was like, all right, do we leave the castle and go do checks, or do I just do this? And I
Yeah,
did-
you were already in there.
yeah. So I guess I'm wrong. I guess the like Ega is totally predictable, and if you find the cape and stuff, it's always Ega's.
Like, you're
not in
gonna need
fact
to hear my commentary where I said like, oh, with these items, with this setup, I would totally go and do Ega because it's totally in Ega so you can see it.
That's so funny.
So
And then you did Ega, and while you did it, we found the hammer.
Yeah, that's super
we
funny.
we do have Scrupula finishing up the Aga 2 fight right there, coming out with almost full health. Got it pretty quickly, and we'll be heading to Ganon for his Ganon fight.
Actually, that's the perfect health you want to have. You don't want to have full health because of the sword beam.
Sword beams. Yeah.
Actually, perfect. Nitro finding this big key there too in Mizumaya. Actually, if you know the way clip, it's a bit faster.
I missed it because we were watching the other runners in their Ganon fights, but Nitro is in go mode.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't go that far. I just wanted to mention. Nitro only missing the Samaria. Nitro went into Mizumaya. I mean, this is what I would have done. I wouldn't go into Mizumaya until I just... Well, I finished every other crystal dungeon and I'm missing still the Samaria.
We're on to phase 3 for Scrupula, finishing up this Ganon fight.
Unfortunately gets the fire, but it's not hit.
Okay, now we see, do we get Torch Glitch? Everybody has silvers, so it's not too important.
But he does.
Gets it. Double?
A nice double, yeah.
Yep.
Another single and light the torch and do another. Oh, he misses. It's the first time, but
And get your
this cost 3
GGs in
seconds.
chat. Get your GGs in chat for Scrupula, who just needs to cross this extremely dangerous bridge at the end. And to answer a question in chat, as the other runners of this race are joining us, the silvers were in the diver down chests in the back of Swamp, I believe. And
Yes.
yeah, get your GGs in chat for Scrupula. Scrupula has finished in 10th or 3rd place in the restream, 10th overall. Between Arshep and Scrupula, we have Alex Jas in 2 in 8th and Oro in 9th.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's. Hopefully we can get Scrupula in to talk about what he saw in this, because his routing was totally different than like you all had totally different routings and experiences.
I wanna ask Cupula because of that Ice Pedal's big chest and missing bomb.
Oh. Yeah, he did
I
ice and somehow left it behind. Somehow
I
left
can
that behind.
feel
We're not
it.
sure if it was missing a bomb or if it was a bomb
Yes.
jump gone wrong.
No, he
But-
was missing a bomb. I'm 99% sure he was missing a bomb, and he had no hook shot either. How to access it then?
But
have no
otherwise,
opportunity.
Nitro has finished up their 6th crystal, heading over to Turtle Rock.
Yes,
but yeah,
action
I
and
guess
go mode.
Arshep, any other general comments that from what you saw in this seat? We actually have Scrupula joining us in a moment. But any other thoughts before he joins?
No. I mean, I think you got it. Yeah, I guess. I felt pretty depressed about that mirror location, obviously, but sounds like some other folks made similar plays. So all in all, finished in the middle of the pack. Feel pretty good about it. Didn't completely embarrass myself on stream, even though I did Aga, so that's good.
Nice.
We do have Scrupula joining us in the booth. GG's.
Welcome.
What were your thoughts on this seed?
Well, I've been doing the quals and have honestly been having an easy time of the brain power part of it because of all the jet seeds, but this one threw me off a little bit. I figured I was gonna screw myself in Dark Cross because of the bottle which turned into the hammer. I'm like, well, there's got to be some fire source somewhere, so I had to go back and look for that. But because if I didn't, I knew I was gonna run myself into a situation I couldn't get out of.
So the interesting thing that we've kind of been discussing with the other two runners, restream runners that have finished, is that all three of you had different go mode items. P-Train was missing the mirror, Arshep was missing the Samaria, and you were missing Fire Rod. So it's interesting to watch how everyone was one item away from go mode almost, and just I think you were missing a hook shot as well, but basically looking for a completely different item.
Yeah, so you skip the catfish, and you unfortunately had no bomb for the Ice Palace big chest.
Yeah, Catfish has been a heck of a guy lately, I'm telling you. But I figured because of that, I had this feeling that the one thing I had to leave in Ice Palace because of it was needed, so that's why I went back there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good feeling, man. Actually, made up time. You lost some time because you couldn't check it, but actually the feeling going back there was totally right.
We were very worried that was going to sit there for a very long time until you lost locationed it.
Absolutely, because it's just fire rod.
Seen a lot of people get burned on single dungeon checks. So I'm like, yeah, not today. if I lose on this hill, then well.
And everyone who's gonna start the rando, there can be a fire rod in Ice Palace. You've seen it, you see it.
Yeah, I like Bombo's Ice Palace. You get a little break, get to take a sip of your drink. It's great.
I like having both because so that would be awesome. The best thing you're gonna see in Ice Palace is a hammer because no one goes there without hammer. Well, anyway.
I like when I tried to blow up the hype cave because I cycled past my missing bombs. That was good.
Yeah, you.
Oh
yes, that's what I thought. You didn't do the hype cave a long time. Why?
Hype never has a lot of hype going for it usually, but
that's contradictory to the name.
like I was
yes,
gonna
but
do
it's...
it. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna do it before jumping into Swamp, but then I was like, let's just go to the west this time and end up with the boots. So it was like,
Oh, Nitro.
Nitro took a death. Sorry, we're gonna interrupt
sorry
there for a second. Nitro took a death. Nitro is taking a death in Turtle Rock and is restarting the dungeon.
Yeah, just to mention an F in chat.
But yeah,
Sorry.
no, we noticed the hype cave. There was, yeah, and what you're saying about how it doesn't tend to be a very hype recently, and I feel that's kind of been the case. I think yesterday's seed had a really nice one, but generally we do talk a lot about how hype is not very hype.
Yeah, that's totally the truth. You either go for hype cave or like on where you got the no mids, but the hammer you go either hype cave first or you skip it until you do the smith chain, or you skip it and skip it like this.
Ooh, this is very dangerous for Nitro. Okay, pulling out Cane and Burna.
It has a cane. Doesn't he have the cape, or what's the cape again?
No, only P-Train found the cape.
Too bad.
I actually can't remember where it was, but only P-Train found the cape. But P-Train effectively cleared everything in the game that wasn't mirror locked until he found that mirror. He went and did Aga, he went and did absolutely everything else before Eastern.
It was a scary mushroom, but I was like, well, it's over.
Totally. P-Train did do Aghanim just for the mushroom to look for the mirror, because P-Train's go mode was a mirror. Sethno already mentioned it, like different go modes. A-Sharp's go mode was what again, Sethno?
It was Kane of Samaria.
Kane.
Yeah. Thank you, Sethno. No. Yeah, it was Kane, and yeah, well, who's gonna look for Kane in Mirror Maya, huh? Who's gonna look for a hookshot in Swamp Palace, and who's gonna look for a hammer in Palace of Darkness? No one.
I was hoping for Hook and Swamp, that's why I went there, and I was like, but the Cane I have seen in Mire way too much. I'm telling you what. So.
Yes. Yeah, well, when you went there, I believe you went there after it, didn't you? After the hookshot.
I dipped it with the boots, but then I had to go back, I think, later, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, a weird seat, don't you think? We had this weird guessing game at 1 hour mark, I believe. Guessing if at 1 hour and 50 minutes there would be go mode. And I said we gonna go have, and well, it went out wrong.
Yeah, that was our. We had a mod pop in the chat to create a poll for channel points as to when that go mode would eventually appear, and it took another 10 minutes after the poll had already completed, because we actually our ship, you and P-Train were, I think, like one item away, and we were
Yes.
we were kind of wondering if either of you would actually go in the right direction, and you both went to the opposite place you needed to go. We were like, oh, well, nope, okay. Because I think you needed to go to Meyer, and you went somewhere else, and then P-Train hadn't done Escape, and he didn't. As a result, he went there instead of Eastern.
Yeah, I think the item I found prior to that was the mirror, which opened up a whole bunch of stuff, obviously.
Yep.
So did all that first, of course. Because yeah, why would Samaria ever be in Meyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this.
You totally don't want to find the mirror before the Samaria.
This seed was full of interesting locations, and you know, I think it creates for interesting viewer seeds at minimum, where we can get that kind of route divergence where we have 3 runners all performing well and just having completely different routes with completely different go modes. And sorry, I gotta mention, we have 4 runners doing well on stream. I was just kind of talking about the 3 runners that were kind of like jumping, and we weren't sure who was gonna find that item first. Nitro has been doing very well as well. The routing just took a few unfortunate deaths in a few places, and just is taking a little longer to find the items. But that happens to everyone.
I would go so far to tell that he's unlucky. He's even so smart that he knows that there is a Turtle Rock Light World safety cave where you can find 2 fairies and a full magic in there. Man, who knows it?
Yeah, props
Many
to
guys
Nitro.
don't know
I think. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I think Nitro mentioned chat before the race that they were a bit newer at the game, or relatively newer than some of the other racers. So this thing is nerve-wracking to be on stream. So props to Nitro for doing it for sure.
I definitely agree, and I think this is a good time actually to remind everybody that if you liked what you were seeing today, you know, these runners put on a good show, and don't forget to give them all a follow at the end of all of this. It does really support them.
Exactly, and if you want to participate in those races, like you're interested in the random itself, you can always participate in those races. You don't need to be the mega pro. Like, if you're good or interested, you can just participate too. Why not? It's for fun, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And here goes the Trinex fight. Oop. There it is.
Yeah, he does heads.
Yeah, it's, you know, you do it all the time, and you see all these runners have all these clean Trinex fights, and then you try it, and that head just decides at the last minute just to move out of the way of your shot. And then it
Yeah,
just looks ridiculous on stream, but it's so hard to predict.
It's not that easy that it looks like. I would heal if I were him, because one hit and you're dead.
Like that.
And yeah, you see, one hit and you're dead.
I think-
I would have healed if I were him, but he took the safety exit and is brought here. Just needs to go to the boss, and again, it's not that much time loss. It's a bit it's a bit loss, but still. I mean, he did go mode Turtle. You saw guys doing worse, not saving one entrance. I mean, I don't know what bottles actually Nitro has. Might be nothing in there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in the bottles, because maybe
So-
they're empty.
Yeah, still very good idea. If you don't have any safeties, you're gonna need that's a good swap. If you don't trust the quick swap, doesn't give you a minute to think. Then you just open the real menu, and you got that second you need. Safety
we're-
before fast.
Our tracker's reminding us that one of the bottles came with a fairy. I think almost all our runners used that fairy at some point.
Yeah, Nitro
giving us a bit of a-
very early.
Everyone's trying to give us a little bit of a scare early on, taking that death with the fairy.
I
Yeah, it
remember
was
mine.
actually on
Yep.
Nitro when I thought like Nitro lost all of the progression, and then I was proven wrong.
I
We,
unfortunately had to release that fairy immediately to Death War.
Oh,
Just pretty funny.
that's unfortunate.
That's
Actually,
the
Arshap,
seventh crystal.
you took a death in the same room P-Train took a death, but I think that's where he used his fairy in Skull Woods in that first back Gibdo room. We watched him take a death, and then like a minute or two later you did.
Oh, funny.
Hmm.
Yeah, I also got stuck. Like the
Yes.
the button was just bouncing up and down, and I had to take the hand out, which I've never experienced.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
happens anytime
too far on the
as you're pulling that statue back, you'll notice it doesn't actually line up exactly with a path. It lines up like one or two pixels to the left. If you start seeing that, you're in the wrong position and it won't stay down.
That's why I
Exactly.
always just put it off until I have Samaria, right?
You also don't have to deal with the Gibdos
Might not
that way. You
always.
just walk in, you turn it
Might
around,
not
it's
always
down,
work,
Gibdos
man.
are gone. I do that for the Gibdos.
The best part is it felt like I was in there for about an hour and a half, and then it was just a key.
You should
It
have
was-
you should have taken the hand out earlier, but you said it never happened to you before, so totally understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just round it up 30 seconds, something like that.
Nitro remembering that they will need a small key on the way up the tower, grabs small key from the next room, and heading up.
Do you know the bottle situation?
The what? Oh, the bottle.
The bottle situation.
Nope.
No,
I'm
no
gonna
powder.
assume still nothing.
And could be rough. We were all there. But according to your tracker, 4 bottles at least. Okay, that's an interesting pattern for the mimics, but It's working.
Yep. No, it's any method that works that gets the mimics into the path of the bow works great.
And
That
the
was
second room is
good one.
pretty good, actually. The first room, I can say that we can talk about that one, but the second room was pretty good.
Yep, using that to just keep a little bit more health through the climb. That's definitely a nice little safety.
Yeah, so arming this item means that...
Ooh.
No. I thought Nitro's gonna use it here.
If you fall off, you can just dash through with iframes, so that's not a big deal.
Yes. So that's why many runners, and I myself, fall down for, like, we wanna fall down. Okay.
But, yeah. To our runners that we still have here in the booth, do you have any other thoughts or comments on the seed?
But do you wanna know something?
Yeah.
Well, I've already learned that you can get stuck in stone wood, so I think
That's important.
I think my brain is full. But no, thanks for the comms and the tracking. It's hard work, so I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
For me, I guess I feel like I might have been first to the Dark World. That was just something I was wondering about.
P-Train was first to the Dark World.
Yeah, he was.
He had some routing decisions that just took him immediately to the items he needed. He did a very early hammer, got the hook shot almost immediately after hitting Dark World. It was kind of insane.
You see, I usually jump to Catfish, but that's if I do Aga, which I guess he did. So yeah.
He actually did. He did Aga as his second last check.
Oh, well then.
He did it before Eastern to check the mushroom to see if he could find the mirror.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you're gonna go and make a guess.
I guess to get in kind of the mindset of a runner, why were you thinking that you might have been the first in the Dark World?
Because I do dumb stuff, and Dark Cross is a one-off thing that's out of logic. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that definitely makes sense.
I mean, I've been trying to clean it up here a little bit since the last one of these I did, but yeah.
Didn't you skip the lamp for a long time?
I did, but once I got the crystals I could get in the Dark World out of the way, I'm like, I better go back and find this thing so I don't end up doing the wrong stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, we kind of worried about you then.
Yeah, there were points in time I would just not even worry about it and just clear everything, and I'm like, what's so wrong with me? And then I had to get told.
Yeah, everything looked pretty good otherwise from your side. I can't remember who was the second into Dark World. From what you're saying, I'm pretty sure you probably were.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was like 20 minutes or something, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
he was the second.
Yeah.
But
P-Train just had
that
P-Train made some good,
long time.
Good. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, I just mentioned he missed the hookshot a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think the only reason you weren't the first in was because P-Train made a few really some routing decisions that worked out very well.
Yeah, I know since it followed on from Glove / Back of Escape that I put that off for at least a few minutes, so yeah.
Yeah. We do have Nitro getting near the top of GT, but has 1.5 hearts left.
Yeah.
Okay, 2.5 hearts.
Mm.
There you go.
Refill!
I just wanted
Yes!
to say.
It's like I knew
Okay,
it was
that-
there, but I didn't know how many he had. So
Yep,
Yeah.
I had no idea if
I
he had
wasn't-
the 3 he needed or not.
I
Ooh,
wasn't sure. I felt like there's gonna be a refill soon. I didn't wanna. I didn't wanna jinx it. So a modem fall, but that's not that bad as that would have been. And oh, this, yeah, this fall is well. Anyway, concentrate. Okay, there was a poke and another fall. Yeah, okay.
it's okay. This happens. This is why this boss is nicknamed Trolldorm, because he's a Moldorm that likes to troll you.
Yeah, for the viewer it might look extremely stupid, but you wanna you wanna evade this modem, and you think like, oh, he's going this way, and you're going another way, and then he actually goes the way you are going, and this happens a lot of time. It might look stupid, but actually you wanna fight him, you're lucky a lot of times, but sometime he just follows your orders. He's just pressing the same inputs like you do.
Yeah, this is a boss that he can always get you, no matter how long you've been playing. The thing is that there are certain movements and certain attack patterns that helps to get used to. There's a part where Moldorm, once he starts the charge, you're able to just know that he's going to charge right at you, and you can play around that. But even with that, for experienced players, it's very easy to just get knocked off every so often.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, these mini Helmosaurs are also not fun if you don't get your dash right to the stairs.
Yeah, what you wanna do is either evade, stun... Yeah, either evade or stun the first mini Helmosaur and then charge through. If you can't get it, then you need another strategy. And this
Okay,
is a
Aga
very
2.
good pattern.
Ooh, 1. I think everybody else only got 1 on this, so that's fine. That
Yeah,
second
second
pattern
one.
was not nice.
Yeah. First one and third were pretty nice, and this one
E-
could
Okay,
have been
there's
a double. But
I think that was a
still,
double. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice pattern right there. There it is. And Aga 2 is down. That's the part you really don't want to die at. If you die there, you will be sent all the way back to the starting of the dungeon.
yeah, you don't want to die to Ega 2. Remember. When you're on 1 heart, just use that red potion, even if you don't need it. Statistically saving time. Okay, either that's intentional death or Nitro's going for it. If you die here, you get on the pyramid with how many hearts? 7? 6? 6, I believe, on his heart count.
Something like that. Either way, using the can of burnout for phase 2, definitely
pretty
a good
safety,
idea.
but-
If you have can of burnout or cape, that can make phase 2 significantly safer.
Yeah, with Cape burning a lot more magic, but not slowing the game like this. Because as you saw, the game was at half its speed.
Okay, gets the first hit. No fire bat.
So Burner is taking away a lot of time.
Ooh. Okay,
Still
that
worth
fire
it.
bat was close. I thought that bat was going to hit Nitro.
Nitro taking the blue potion, that's a good idea.
Wait. Nitro had a blue potion the entire time?
Don't question him. Them.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. I didn't think that they had a potion. One of our
Perfect.
trackers there saying in chat that They thought that there was a potion, so got that wrong. But
Always trust the trackers; they are more experienced than we are. So the torch ditch was successfully played. This is like when you light a torch, like the left one, when the left one just went out and the right one didn't burn out right away, then only the left one must need to be enlightened again. The right one never vanishes, no matter how long you wait. And this is GG's for Nitro, as long as Nitro does successfully how you call it?
cross this bridge.
Cross the bridge. The bridge of
Yeah,
danger.
get your GGs in
GG.
chat. Nitro does finish 4th on the restream, 15th overall in the seed. Between Scupula and Nitro's finish, we have Joss Bleeden in 11th, Tiverius in 12th. I am sorry, I actually don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna go Smirk JD, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
In
right.
13th. I know this runner is in chat, so I apologize if I got that wrong. And Link to the Past Ken in 14th.
And 4 forfeits, of course, so Nitro is not the very last. And we are joined by Nitro, so Nitro, GG's. How was the seat for you?
For me, it was pretty self-explanatory. Just made a few errors on my side, but I mean, I just followed the logic and tried to stay away from Aga, even though the sea gave us everything we need for it.
Well, you definitely did a
decision.
good job in avoiding that Aga play.
Indeed.
I did see that mushroom, and I was like, "Uh-oh, that's never a good sign." But I was like, "Hopefully, I don't need that." I don't know what was on it, but
Yeah,
Money.
P-Train fell for that. P-Train fell for that trap. Did get reverse nothing, but you didn't.
well, I'm
We
glad-
had different
I'm
go
glad I
modes.
didn't fall for that.
Yeah. So, your what was your go mode, Nitro? Were you Canis Maria?
Yeah, I
I was
believe.
Canis Maria. So after dying in Ice Palace, going back in, when I had Bombos, I went straight to Meyer and got Bombos, got Kane, and then just went the rest of the way.
Okay, so the reason we ask is because Arshep did have the Kane go mode like you, but Scupula had Fire Rod go mode, and P-Train had Mirror go mode. So there were some very different routes taken by the runners today.
Wow, yeah. I've been burned playing the herd standard for Green Pendant so many times. I was like, I'm not being burned a third time. So I'm like, I'm just gonna step in, and I got my mirror, and I'm like, I'm done.
Wise decision. You always wanna dip into a pendant.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
it's-
the independent dungeons, as I know most people don't.
But you did you had a death on Trinex, although you had a blue potion?
Yeah, I forgot. It's the second seed playing today, and it's the second time I made that same mistake today. I made the same mistake earlier, but because of my earlier, I was like, I'm just gonna get my door just in case, and then I forgot about my blue potion. Yeah.
Luckily, or wisely, you got that safety door. Spares a lot of time.
I think no matter what I have, I always get the safety, because TR is such a long, like Ice Palace is so long. I always get the safety door in TR, no matter what I have.
And but that's that decision that you everybody starts learning where they need to take those safeties and where they want to skip it. The thing is, you see, like, even the top tier runners once in a blue moon take some random hug from Trinex and take a death, and yeah, as you said, that's a super long dungeon to do again.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think I don't know which is technically longer between Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, but they're both pretty miserable. And after dying to Cold Sarah, I was like, I was in trouble. So I was like, we're not having that happen again. So I stocked up before knowing I had to go to TR, and then I forgot I had them.
Oh yeah, about the potions. You used one on Ganon, a
did.
blue potion. Were you thinking of? Well, I guess the question was, why did you decide not to use it in Aga 2?
Oh, he didn't need.
Well, again, I had that mistake in this seat earlier where I died to Aga 2, and I was like, well, maybe I'll get lucky, and I should have used it in Aga 2, but I was playing on thin ice, and should I have died, it would have been a long climb back up GT, which I learned earlier today is not fun.
Yeah, he had so many hearts back on Aga 2, don't need to.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise any other thoughts on the seed?
No, just GDs to all the runners, and I'm glad to have made the restream. My first time. I'm usually on the other side in the commentaries booth, but this time I wanted to be on, my first. I've done a lot of the qualifiers, and I figured this is my second race doing it this way. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it.
I got one more question. How did you feel about that heart refill just pre-Modem 2?
That was nice until he knocked me off the edge about 25 times, and then I lost it all. So that it was nice that I got it, and then I was like, and then I got I just kept falling off from him, and that didn't feel good. But getting it was nice.
Obviously, they were epic. Well, then Modem had put a draw on you or something. So Zethno,
Okay,
you gotta
well,
warm it up?
Sure. So yeah, with that then, any final thoughts from Scupula just before we close out? Because I think Nitro had a moment.
I was just watching, finishing it out that from over here in my little corner. But thank you guys for your time, everybody. Good GG to everybody.
Okay, well then, otherwise, we want to thank all 4 of our restreamed runners. They do have to do a lot of work to kind of come up here. They're brave on putting out their streams to allow everybody to watch and allow us to commentate. We want to say thank you to our 2 trackers, Arteril and Mad Ewok Herd, for tracking all those items. That is a very difficult task, and without them, commentary is just so much harder.
Impossible.
Yeah. I am Zethno. I've been here with the Third X. And
Hi.
the big thing I want to remind everyone too is that don't just follow the runners and the other volunteers, but do remember to follow Speed Gaming. Follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6, because there's a lot of rando going on. We have a Link to the Past rando and various other games and other speed games that go through here, but there will be a lot of the Link to the Past coming up. We do have the daily races every single day, and we do have the qualifiers for the Link to the Past 2021 tournament. There is actually one of those tomorrow night at 11:10 p.m. in addition to the daily game, which I just lost track of. I think it's at 2. It is at 2 p.m. Those are both Eastern.
The time zone?
Yep, those are both Eastern. Otherwise, Third X, do you have anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah, thank you, Zethno. And actually, follow this commentary, Zethno, and the 2 truckers too. Not only the runners, you probably already followed the runners. If you don't, do. And follow Zethno too and the trackers. Yeah, this is what I want to say, and well, I have high respect for every runner who participated today in our restream. This is what I wanted to stretch out, because all of them did very great and understandable decisions, and yeah, it's rando and a very good game. I think it wouldn't be possible without any of those runners and the whole community here.
Okay. Otherwise, we hope you enjoyed your time with us here tonight, and we hope to see you at the next race. Have a good day.